All right, guys, so what I need you to do first, you're going to go to chemistry, and then you're going to hit home. Make sure that you're on home. This part right here that you see at the bottom, it says welcome 2025 week of January 3rd is stoichiometry. This is a part that we missed last week, and we're going to actually finish this today. So for some of you who are here, I need you to do this in class, well in class. And to those who are not here today, you're responsible to actually watch this video and complete this section, okay? So when you go in here, you're going to see the access to slides, which are these slides, okay? The handout is going to be in your folder. If you want to do it online, that's okay. You're going to find it here at the bottom, okay? So the recording is here, okay, this section that we're doing right now. So once you go to the slides, make sure to read the mastery objective, which basically you're going to calculate the theoretical quantity in order to measure the product made by the reaction or of reactant required for a reaction. So in this part right here, what is the stoichiometry? You're like, why do I need to know all this? And you're going to find out why this is actually useful, especially when you're cooking. If you like to cook or if you like to actually help someone to cook. So stoichiometry is basically like a fancy word for figuring out how much of each ingredient you need in a chemical reaction. So like I said, in a chemical reaction, it's very similar to follow a recipe at home. So when you look at your student paperwork, the first part in here is the vocabulary. So what is a mole? If you look in here, it says a mole is simply a unit of measurement. So that's what you need to type in here, a unit of measurement. The abbreviation for mole is actually MOL or mole. Okay, so the first part, the first example, I'm going to do this part with you, and then the other exercises you're responsible for those sections, okay? So the first part in here, it says how many grams of carbon dioxide is 0.2 moles of CO2, which is carbon dioxide, okay? So what I did in your paperwork, you're going to see actually the periodic table, and you're going to find C for carbon and O for oxygen. So C, if you look in here, the mass is 12.011, and for oxygen is 15.99. So when you go in here, right, so the atomic masses, you're going to write it down, 12.011 for carbon, and for oxygen is 15.99, or you can put just 16, okay? And just make sure just to leave it like that, okay? Those are actually the masses. The units for masses, guys, after the numbers, just make sure to write grams, okay? Now, how many molecules do you see for C, and how many molecules do you see for oxygen? Oh, so remember, you have CO2. So C, when you actually learned this before, what is C alone? It means that you have only one molecule of carbon. You have the O2, oxygen 2. How many molecules do you have there? 2. Okay, so make sure to write in there carbon is only 1 and oxygen is only 2 molecules, okay? As you continue your paperwork in here, okay, you have the grams, which is 12.01, the 16 for the oxygen, like I said before. You have 1 carbon, and then you have the 2 oxygen, okay? Now, what do you need to do? Since you have 1 carbon, you're going to leave the 12.01 alone, plus 2 times the 16, because you have 2 molecules of oxygen. You have there 12.01 plus 32, okay? When you do that, it's going to give you 44.01 grams per mole, okay? So make sure to memorize this part, because then after that, you're going to multiply this, the 44.01, times 2, because that's actually what the exercise is asking you for. How many grams of carbon dioxide, CO2, is in 0.2 moles of CO2. So the 44.01, you're going to multiply that by 0.2 moles. Okay, you're going to cancel the moles, and it's going to give you just the 8.80 grams, because I'm only asking you for the grams. Okay, so that's the answer. When you do the second picture, the second example, it says we do. Try to do this section. And since you're going to be here in my classroom, if you have any questions, just let me know. Feel free about it. Remember, it's very similar to the first part. So it says H2O. How many molecules do you have for H, and how many molecules do you have for O? Okay. After you have all this, you're going to go to the periodic table. Find the hydrogen. Okay. The atomic mass for hydrogen is 1.008. And then you're going to go back to oxygen, which you already know that from the previous exercise, that is 16 grams. Okay, So don't lose this section. Do this part by yourself, guys. And like I said before, if you have any questions, just let me know. As you continue doing the sheets, just remember molar mass is the same thing as atomic mass. So you're going to go to lithium in here and find the atomic mass or the molar mass for lithium. Okay, that's a given. Now here is the opposite. So I'm giving you the molar mass or the atomic mass, and you're going to find the element. Is it germanium? Is it antimony? Is it phosphorus, arsenic? Okay. In this part right here, again, what is PD? So you're going to go to you can Google search, what is PD in a periodic table? And it's going to show you right here the number or the molar mass or the atomic weight for palladium. The same here. It's pretty much the same. What is X? So you're going to go to the periodic table and find the element for X. Now, in here it's asking you what is the molar mass of calcium according to the periodic table. So you're going to go to the periodic table and try to find the mass, the atomic mass or the molar mass for calcium. Okay, and it's a given part right here, guys. Okay. Then this part right here, NH3, is the same thing as the previous first two sections. The I do, we do is the same thing. You have the N, which is how many. If it doesn't have any number next to N, that means there is only 1 gram, okay, or 1 molecule. If you have NH3, H is how many? 3 molecules of hydrogen. So do this part. Na2S, Na, remember, is sodium, and S is sulfur. So try to do that by yourself. In here, you're going to find the molar mass of erbium. So you're going to go to the periodic table and try to find the molar mass or the atomic mass for Er. The same for Zr and the same for X. So what is the name of the element, or what is the element for X? Okay. Again, you're going to repeat over and over all these exercises, okay? Try to complete this today. You have 46 minutes in my class. Watch this video, follow through. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be guiding you. Okay? And that's it. This is the last 2 exercises. After you're done, this is a bonus right here. So this is a recipe, basically, for 36 cookies. What are you going to do in here? You're going to actually make the recipe, the same recipe, for 72 cookies. So you guys are going to show me what is it that you're capable of doing once you have here 36 cookies. How can you actually change this to 72 cookies? Okay, I'm not going to give you the answer. This is actually very straightforward. Do this and let me know if you have any questions.